Okie doke. Let's start off with some cat-cows. We are going to get our low back and core kind of woke up along with the upper back. So plant your hands right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. Inhale, push your chest forward, and then exhale and round. Really get into this move. I think for me, it's kind of easy to just get going here sometimes and think, okay, we start with a cat-cow. But if you really take those deep inhales and deep exhales, really get a lot of mobility opening and rounding in through that spine. Feels really good on the low back, the upper back. Wakes up those discs, increases their pliability, the hydration and flexibility. One more. Inhale and then exhale. And then go ahead and push your hips up and back. Hit that downward facing dog. Let's pedal our feet, so let your right knee drop and then the left. Stretch through those calves. Make sure the core is nice and strong. Slide those shoulder blades back and down. All right, plant into your right foot. You're going to take your left leg up as high as you can. Use your core, swing forward into your plank position, and then put that left foot outside your right hand. You're going to inhale and open your left arm up, so you take a little twist, hopefully get a little stretch through that back hip flexor. Plant your left hand down, and then slide your hips up and back into that down dog. Take a nice deep inhale, and then you're going to lift your right leg up. Exhale, bring that right leg forward as you shift into a plank, and then drop your right foot outside your right hand. Take a nice deep inhale, open to the right. Should feel nice twist in that back. Drop your hand, and then drive back to your down dog. Open those feet a little bit wider and walk your hands back towards your feet, and then hinge side to side. So our low squat, getting those hips open, ready to go. Check in with your neck. Make sure that's all happy and loose and not tight. We didn't sleep crazy. All right, and then come back to your hands and knees. We're just going to give the wrists a little bit of a warm up. Curl those toes under, so as you hinge your hips back onto your heels, you get a stretch through the bottom of your feet. And then come forward as far as you can, stretching through those wrists and your forearms. So we'll go 1, there's 2. So really push into the ground. Still think about what's going on with that core. 3, 1 more, 4. And then twist your fingertips so they point towards your knees. And then slowly just sit back a little bit. Again, stretching through those forearms. Good. All right, release your hands, shake them a little bit. And then grab your left arm, pull it to your right hip, and then let your right ear drop to your right shoulder. Tuck your chin in just to center, and then roll the head back where we just were. Right ear to right shoulder. One more time. Tuck that chin in, and then roll right ear to right shoulder. And then we'll go to the other side. So now you're going to grab your right hand, pull it to the left hip, left ear, left shoulder. Take an inhale, and then exhale. Tuck the chin as it digs into the chest. Rotate over. Inhale, then exhale, tuck chin in. Last one. Inhale, rotate. All right. Let's go ahead and flip over onto our backs. So we're going to start us off with that core round, ab round. Okay, so we're going to actually go 5 sets, 10 reps each of 3 different exercises. So we're going to do a heel press, which is the little itty bitty heel raises, trying to get your legs all the way straight, right over the hips. So as much as you can, try not to swing, right, but just press straight up. So we're going to go 10 heel presses. Then we're going to do 10 oblique V-ups each leg. So hitting here, depending on what goes on with your upper body, you can kind of sit wherever you need. And if you need to just do one leg, that's fine as well. And then the last one is going to be a bicycle crunch. So you can rest your head in your hands and twist side to side, or you can keep your head on the ground and extend here. All right. So we're going to go 10 reps. I can't talk. 5 sets. Here we go. Heel presses. 1, 2. Doesn't need to be big. Feel that low portion of the abs. 9, 10. So for your oblique V-ups, find the fleshy part of your booty. And we're going to go 10 each side. Digging into that oblique. Reach that hand up toward your toes. Then we have that other side. Nine and 10. Then you have your bicycles, so whether you want to keep your head on the ground or not is fine. But either way, make sure that your neck is supported. You're digging into that core, scooping the belly. Push that one leg way far away. Your legs should still be in flexion. 8, 9, 10. Back to those heel presses. Okay, the end of my bicycles. My core started burning, so we're off to a good start. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hit those oblique V-ups. That's the way. Try to keep those legs flexed. 10. Switch to that other side. You can use that arm on the ground as a little bit of support. 8, 9, 10. And then your bicycle crunches. Make sure that the chin is tucked. Rest head in the hand. 8, 9, 10. Really focus on trying to grab that low portion of the belly. We're in our heel presses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Building up. Oblique V-ups. Big lift. And these take a little bit of adjusting. You can maneuver them however it works for you. Although we are in day 57 of 60, so you guys have been at it for a while. And 10. Bicycle crunches. Push that low back into the ground. Really push that leg away. Still flexing the legs. 7, 8, 9, 10. We get the best return by flexing deeply. Try not to find just the easiest way to get where you're going. Just starting our 4th set. 9, 10. Oblique V-ups. Find that little fleshy part on your booty so you don't hurt your hip bone. Getting into those sides. 8, 9, 10. You might notice one side's a little more doable than the other. Just take note. 8, 9, 10. Take your brain to what you want to be working. Get those bicycles. 8, 9, 10. All right, last set, fifth one. Hit those heel presses. Oblique V-ups. Really find that oblique. 6. Try to flex those legs, get them as straight as you can. 10. Other side. This is effectively heating me up. I'm not as cold as I was for sure. 7, 8, 10. And then we're going to do those bicycles. Last set. Push. 2, 3. Dig in deep. 8, 9, and 10. Woo! All right. Flip it over. We're going to get a little Cobra. Stretch that core out. And then we'll get going with our weighted moves. All right. Push your elbows into the ground. Dig those elbows in. Flex your glutes. And then pull your elbows back. Oh, yeah. So you should feel all along the front of your abdomen getting that stretch. Feels so good. Okay, so we are going to hit a little 10 rep set. We have 3 different exercises. Couple of them are 2-sided. So the first one is going to be a single leg deadlift to overhead press. So like I said, we're going to kind of slow it down, take it focused and methodical. So your right hand would hold the weight, left foot on the ground. You're also welcome to hold 2 weights. If you struggle with balance, holding 2 weights will actually be a little bit easier. But I would also challenge you to try to fight for it. See how far you can get. So you'll hit that drop, curl, and then press. So if you don't go overhead, I'm just going to have you hit your curl. So you'll curl, drop back down, and then you'll hit that second set or second rep. Then we're going to do what's called a super burpee. Traditionally, it's called a man maker, but you know, not everybody needs to be made into a man. So it's a super burpee, meaning we're going to actually take it pretty slow and controlled. You're going to plant your weights if that works for you. Otherwise, you can still use your hands, right? So you're going to jump back or you can step back. You're going to hit a push-up. So your elbows will slide in tight. Then you're going to jump those legs in. Take your weights from this low squat, right? So you got to stay in your squat, butt rises last. And then again, you're going into an overhead press, and we're going to go 10 of those. If you do not do a burpee or push-up or whatever, you're going to do a lunge and a row, okay? So you're going to take your leg back, lunge deep, step up, hinging over those legs, and then row your elbows. Lunge deep, step up, and row your elbows, all right? So you'll get 5 on one leg, 5 on the other while we do the burpees. Next up is going to be a plank to press. I'm going to use my 15 for this one. So first off, you're going to have a plank, left hand down, you're in a high plank. You're going to rotate those hips, pull the weight in, elbow is going to come high, and then you're going to twist, press overhead. And then we'll rotate, hit the other side. So we're going to shoot for 10 each side. If you don't do a plank, I'm going to have you try a wall row. Okay, so you'll take your weight, you're going to plank on the wall, put your weight on the wall as well, and then you're going to pull back. Now, you probably don't want this heavy a weight. I probably would do like a 5 or a 10, but you'll get kind of your plank position and get that pull. If staying on the wall still doesn't work, then you can go into a lawnmower row. Okay, so we're going to start off with our single deadlift and overhead press. So all these moves will kind of take a little bit of time. We'll build somewhat of an intensity, but it's going to be slow and focused. So there's our one, core drags tight. My hope is to get 2 rounds of all of these. After our plank to rotation, we're going to get 20 gate swings, just popping that heart rate up a teeny bit, and then hopefully getting another set. Use your full body. So after coming up from that single leg deadlift, stay fired on that side to find the strength to get the arm all the way up. Flex through that leg. Try to keep most of your support still on that leg. So even as I press overhead, I'm planting my toe, but trying to keep most of the weight still coming out of my left leg. One more on this side. Totally guessing. Feels about 10. Now I'll hit the other. So my right leg plants, left leg goes back, left arm pushes up. Feel way stronger on these today than I did the last time. That's always fun. 3. Stronger, more stable, more in control. 4. Trying to keep those hips level, especially as you row, right, or as you curl and press. Flex that back lifting leg. Hold that core strong. We definitely woke it up. So now we need to make sure we keep it incorporated. Last one. Perfect. Okay, we're going to try our super burpee. Otherwise, remember you're going to hit your lunge to row. All right. So plant your weights. And weights can be up to you, but I want it to be slow and controlled, right? You're going to drop into that push-up. Bring those feet in, but slow, curl, press. There's one. Jump back or step back. Push up, core strong. Curl, press. We're using that full drive from the squat, that low squat, to get extended all the way up. 4. If you need to come up from that push-up on your knees, that's fine. 6. Drive through those heels. 7. Here's 9. Watching that upper back, right? So as you come in tight, get that back lifted, chest tall, curl, press. Whew. Good thing those are slow. They add up. Okay, doing our rotation. Otherwise, you're going to do the wall pull. So we're going to hit that high plank. You're going to row and press. Get that tailbone tucked under. Twist the hips first. Pull, press, switch. Lots of everything. Core, shoulder, back. 2. 2. You have to keep those legs strong. 3. Well done. 4. So the reason I like to find a little heavy is because it forces me to really have to support those hips and use the back and core. Obviously, if building into the move works better, even body weight, that's totally fine. You're still developing your core, getting that plank. You come in where you're at. Looking amazing. Keep that shoulder over the wrist. Keep your weight tight into the chest. I think we got 10 right here. Get that big T. Punch through that weight at the top. And 10. All right. Let's hit up our 20 gate swings. If you don't gate swing, just sit and shuffle. So wide, narrow, wide. 2, 3. That's it. Feel those inner thighs pushing you back to the top. 17, 18, 20. All right. We're back to our single leg deadlift and press. I'm going to start right hand holding the weight. Left leg plants. Here we go. Drop, curl, press. Keeping most weight on that supporting leg. 2, 3. I want to keep those hips as level as possible. I've been talking a lot about our stack, right? Heel, hip, shoulder. That right hip wants to drive out to punch my weight overhead. I'm going to set into my core better. Hold those hips level. Use the back. Clean it up. Press. This is 8. 9. The reps add up. That's what I want. Should be tougher at the end than we started. Okay, switching sides. Find that spot to focus on. Gives you a little bit more balance. Scan the whole body. What are you feeling? Where should be the grab, the support, the foundation? Nicely done. Good tall chest. Finding that posture, your stance. Whew. Losing my hip. Here's 7. Set into that core. 8. Belly strong. 9. Next up, we have our super burpees. 10. All right. Otherwise, you're doing your lunge to double arm row. Here we go. Jump back, push up, jump in deep, drop hips, press. 1. 2. 3. Knees, stay out with toes on that squat. 4. 5. Start with the core and then work from there. Flat back. 7. 8. 9. 9. One more. And 10. Whew. All right, great timing. We're going to get those rotations from a plank or your wall pull or your lawnmower. Here we go. Plank up, pull tight, press. 1. Try to keep that shoulder right on top of the hand as much as possible. 3, feel the core of the back, strong legs. 4, row it tight, press it up. 5, get that punch. 6. Find the muscles behind the armpits, those serratus anterior. You need them. Help support. Starting 8. Feel the whole body having to grab fire flex to hold that support. That's what we want. Should be grabbing everywhere. Here's our 10. Make it count. Well done. Okay, 20 gate swings, and we stretch. Here we go. Get super wide. That's it. Great pace. 18, 19, 20. Oh, nice work. Lie on your back. Ooh, good pace, good pace. We're going to start by putting feet mat width. Let both knees drop to the left. And then put your left ankle on top of your right knee. Stretch across. Well done, well done. Good, just stay relaxed. Let your heart rate recover a bit. Okay, undo your foot. So take your left foot off of the knee. And then you're going to rotate onto that left elbow and sit up and rotate over that left thigh. So you're basically in a Z sit and we're twisting. That's it. Push into those hands, twist a bit, lower back down. So you'll just lie down on that left side, then lay all the way onto your back. Bring the feet up or the knees up, and we're going to go to the other side. So let your knees drop over to the right. Put your right foot on top of your left knee, if that works for you. Obviously, if any of the stretches are too intense or don't feel right, stop. Back out of it. Take it away. Should feel good. Okay, so now you're going to roll kind of to your right side. Push yourself up. Oh, undo your feet. I was like, why is that difficult? So take your right foot off of the left knee. Okay, now you're in that Z sit on the other side. Plant your hands to the right and twist. Getting through that low back. All right, and then plant into those hands. Go ahead and come all the way to your hands and knees. We're going to do something just a little different. So take your right shin and cross it on top of your left calf. And then kind of slide your right leg over until your ankle is resting on the upper part of your left calf. Okay, from there, you kind of have to find your happy spot. You're going to push that right hip over and back. And sometimes, you have to move your hands to support the upper body, but you should be feeling your stretch in the right glute, hip, low back. This is one I just found the other day. I've been loving it. It's very similar for me to that figure 4 or the pigeon, but it's just a little different. I like it kind of changing things up. Okay, let's hit that other side. So now plant into your right knee. Your left ankle is going to kind of clip onto the upper part of your right calf. Now hinge your hips to the left, so it's kind of like you're wagging your tail. You're pushing your hips over, and then you kind of let them start sinking back until you find that stretch in that left outer glute and hip. Okay, push into your hands, come up to standing. We're going to get our hamstrings through a pyramid, and then you all can have your day. So plant onto your right foot, and then you're going to bring your left right in front of it. So your left ankle is going to line up with your right heel, and then the right toe is going to kind of point off at an angle. Take your hips and square them over your left foot, and then pull the hips back, right? So you're getting a lot of hinge into that left hip crease. Now, this may be your stretch. I can already feel lots of hamstring stretch. Keep pulling that right hip forward, left hip back. If you can touch the ground, great. Or you can grab something to bring the floor up to you. But keep scissoring those hips. That's where the money's at. Getting that hamstring stretch. If you're super flexible, you can take the back leg further back. All right, stand it up and we'll switch. So now right foot in front, left foot at an angle behind. Line up those heels. Get your hips squared. That's the biggest deal. And then slowly start to hinge over those legs. And even once you're at your kind of stretch position, keep trying to pull that front hip back hip forward. Find that scissor pull. Reach the chest forward, and then kind of let it drop over that right leg. One more deep inhale, breathe it all in. One more deep exhale, let it all go. And then step up. Thank you all so much. Fantastic job.